ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹ್ಮ್. ಇ ಎಲ್ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಐತಿ. ಇ ಎಲ್ ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ
I request everybody to off the mic. We are going to start the session in sharp 2 minutes. Mrutyunjay is already there. Dear students, one request is, if you are not able to join through Google Meet, I have circulated you YouTube live link. You can click that and start watching it online. Those who cannot join here, because it is only 100 students. Can anybody just confirm me? Am I audible? Akshata Jadhav, am I audible? Akshata?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clearly audible, na?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, now it is 101 students, exactly 100 students. I request everybody to divert to YouTube live streaming.
Hello, hello.
Mrutyunjay, shall we start? Mrutyunjay?
Sanjay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Shall we start? Mrutyunjay, shall we start? Am I audible? Mrutyunjay?
No, is my voice audible? Okay, okay. Okay, right. Yeah. Sanjay, can you respond? I just want to see whether your voice is audible here or not.
Good morning, good afternoon, students. Can you confirm me about my voice? Anybody? Students? Anyone just confirm my voice? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, we will start with the event now. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce the most talented boy of my class, Mr. Mrutyunjay Navalgatti, who is right now a co-founder of Manifest IAS. Before we start with the event, I take this opportunity to introduce my own classmate, my good friend, Mrutyunjay. Mrutyunjay has done his schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Belgaum. I remember him scoring out marks in mathematics every time. He did his BE in Electronics and Communication from JCE College, Mysore. Later on, he worked he worked in JP Capitals and Future First as a derivative analyst. To the achievement of Mrutyunjay, Coming to the achievement of Mrutyunjay, he has attended IAS interview in the year 2014, 15, and 2017. Coming to the certification, he has got a certificate of recognition for extraordinary talent in oral mathematics. I still remember he got a chance to meet Mr. Deve Gowda when he was a CM. When he was a CM, at the age of 5, he got a chance to meet Mr. Deve Gowda. That is one of the great achievements that we can list out. And last but not the least, Suman D. Pennekar, who is a wife of Mrutyunjay Navalgatti. Suman is also my classmate. Both Mrutyunjay and Suman, they are classmates of mine during school at Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. She is an IPS officer of batch 2013 and currently Deputy Director, Karnataka Police. With this brief introduction, I present before you Mr. Mrutyunjay Navalgatti. Over to you, Mrutyunjay.
Thank you, Sanjay. You can.
There is a echo. There is a echo.
Hi, Sanjay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Please start. Over to you, Mrutyunjay.
Hi, friends. Actually, Sanjay made me very humble by giving my introduction. Okay. Actually, that is nothing to do with what I do today. So, whatever the achievements that have been done during the schooling, during the college, or during the past life, so that is not going to matter for today and even for the future. So, the today's session will be all about this, like what we have done so far and what we want to do and what is in your mind and how you are going to shape that out. So that is the whole idea of this session. So as a co-founder of this Manifest IAS, I just want to interact with you people for an hour where I'll be telling you briefly about this examination and I'll be telling you about the nitty-gritty of the exam pattern and also what exactly you have to do in your degree level so that you can be at par for this competition for the upcoming examination. So without wasting any time, because Sanjay has given me 1 hour exactly, but already 5 minutes have been consumed here. And one thing about Sanjay, Sanjay is my classmate and I am proud about him as he is about me and my wife. Because me and Sanjay shared very good years in the school. He was my classmate, section mate and also housemate. And we have very fond memories. And Sanjay has taken the path of guiding the students in technical way, and I have taken the path of guiding in the administrative way. So again, our goals are meeting because we are, doing this noble profession where, our knowledge is being dissipated for the betterment of the students and for the betterment of the society. With all that satisfaction that I draw, I just like to continue this particular session. First of all, I know Chikkodi very well because I have studied in Kotali for 5 years. I belong to Belagavi and I am very proud to be a Belgamite or a resident of Belagavi district. And as I can sense in my last 35 years, that every parent in our locality or for that matter across state, across the country, they want their child either son or daughter to be an officer. Before coming to what those officers like, they want their ward to be an officer, and definitely, like most of them would like their son or daughter to be an IAS officer. Even my parents, before making me join Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, like even they had a dream that our son should become something. Something means like in our, like the traditional language, Dod Saheba. So Dod Saheba means for them the district commissioner or deputy commissioner or district collector, whatever that we call as a DC, because he's the head of the whole district. He enjoys the power over 32 different departments of the district, and he is the nodal head for all the implementational work in the district. And even in my childhood, or for that matter, in our childhood, like in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, me, Sanjay, have been watching many IAS officers coming to our annual day or sports meet because they are the chairman of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya in every district. So from there, we draw the inspiration. And as my parents wanted to, to make me an officer, and even I dreamt of becoming an officer. And during our school days, like there used to be one, like magazine that used to come to our library, that is Competition Success Review. Yeah, dreams are there, and like there is something which will take you to that way. But again, we lack the awareness of what to do for this examination. All of us have dreams, but the lack of awareness, or that is the lacuna that we have in the society. For that matter, I knew about the exam, or I knew about the position for which, like I was preparing for. Again, I used to just refer Competition Success Review, but after 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and all, again, we, went behind the rat race, that is scoring good marks in 10th standard, then 12th standard, take a good seat in good college for a good course. Then again, at the end of your degree, again, there will be some lucrative opportunities, maybe through job career. Then you go for a company and work there and get locked. So that is what has happened to many of us. We have dreams, but we don't have the path to chase that dream. And when I worked for 3 years. I had a very good experience in my working also. I was a successful, like professional in my career. But again, there used to be one prick that always used to prick me, that now, whatever the job you are doing, you are earning handsomely, and you might buy a new house in the future. You might, like buy a good car in the future. Your family will be set. Your wife will be happy. Your children will be happy, and that's all. And this I can achieve within 5 years. All that I like dream for, I can achieve within 5 years. But my third year of my job has always started to, make my consciousness prick. That is what you are doing for the society. You are a knowledgeable person. You are a topper throughout. You have the ability. You have good skills. But again, where you are restricting all these skills or knowledge to, you are restricting it to your job, your family, and yourself. Nothing else. So what you have to do? Then that prick led me to resign from my job and start preparation. Again, I resigned from my job at the age of 26, and I had 6 attempts to go for, and I gave my 6 attempts. And during that journey, I could give 3 interviews, but fortunately or unfortunately, I was not selected, and my name was not found in the list of UPSC. But never mind, my objective was very clear. If I had to become an officer, I would have become an officer for myself, for the society, for country. But that is one in number. But what if I take this as a profession and produce more? So again, I had a different dream. Again, I had to chase it. So today, for most of your dreams and for most of your parents' dreams, like I'm going to tell you about this examination. So this examination, is called as civil services examination. First of all, I would like to clarify this thought or clarify this confusion among many students. That is, are there any different examinations for IAS, IPS, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Forest Service, or Indian Revenue Services? First of all, I would like to clear this mass. That is, there is only one exam for IAS, IPS, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Revenue Services, and there are many central services which are covered under this examination. There is only one examination. But when it comes to Indian Forest examination, the preliminary exam is common for both the examination, but when it comes to mains and interview, there is a different process. So that is only for Indian Forest Service because that is a specialized service and you need to have a different acumen for that job. So here, first thing I want to clear, there is only one exam that is called as Civil Services Examination. Civil Services Examination, it includes everything, IAS, IPS, then Indian Foreign Service, then IRS, and there are so many services which are into different sectors like corporate law, information service, trade services, even postal services. Many posts are there. So first thing is this, there is only one examination for all that thing. So before we go on to learn what exactly this exam wants, just be patient to read this one. Be yourself as everyone else is already taken. So here we should not think of herd. Everyone know their business. Everyone know like what exactly they want to do. Here we have to think about ourselves, like what exactly we want to do, and that should be our own decision. It is not my friend's decision, nor it is my neighbor's decision, nor it is my lecturer's decision, nor it is somebody else's decision. It's my own decision because everybody is busy in thinking about themselves. For me, I have to think then. When it comes to the different aspects of this presentation, first I will be introducing you to the civil services, what exactly civil service, then why we have to take civil services, then what is this exam about, and what you have to do next. So we have divided the whole presentation into 4 parts. So coming to the first part, like what is civil services? Civil services, this civil services exam, like as I told, it will cover the all India services. These are called as all India services because IAS and IPS are such services where you will get selected by the central government, that is Union government of India, and you will be posted in a state, and for your lifetime you will be serving, lifetime in the sense until your retirement you will be serving in that state only, except few years of deputation to central government or different states. So these are called as all India services, that is IAS and IPS. As I mentioned earlier, Indian Forest Service is also an all India service, but for that mains and interviews are conducted separately. Second, I can put it under central services itself, but it is a specialized service. This is called as Indian Foreign Service. Indian Foreign Service, where you will be working as a representative of India in Indian embassies and Indian consulates. So that is your job. You might have seen in the movies, like where, like recently, the bell bottom or the other evacuation related this thing we have seen. And recently you might have seen a lady talking in UN General Assembly for India against the terrorism. So she is an IFS officer. Coming to central services, there are more than 20 central services, including Indian Revenue Service, that is Indian Revenue Service for income tax and Indian Revenue Service for the central excise. Like that, we have many services under. So totally around 25 plus services are covered under this examination. Then what is civil services? Civil services, so basically we are serving the civics. Serving the civics in the sense, we are serving the citizens. We are serving the citizens of India because we cannot do the service by business organizations. We cannot do the service by political organizations. We cannot do the service just by being in the power as political representative. The administration wing, which take care of all the citizens, that is covered under the civil services. And for our age group, that is your age group, like who are crossing 21 years, by the time you finish your degree, you'll be either 21 or 22. For that age group, until the age of, let's say, 35, until the age of 35 for OBC, 32 for general merit, like in this age group from 21 to 32, this is the finest career that one can have, because at the age of 21, you write the examination. At the age of 22, get selected. And at the age of 23, you will be finishing your 1 year of training. At the age of 24, you will be finishing your second year of training. And as soon as your training got over, you will be given charge of some subdivision. And after 6 months, you will be given a charge of a district. So at the age of 24 or 25, you will be controlling the whole district. No other services in the world, no other job in the world, no other career in the world will give you that opportunity. So when it comes to opportunity, it is not just the opportunity. There are many things which are going to come at you. These are the opportunities which are provided, to transform the society. Transform the society means like you have many complaints in the society. Many complaints in the sense roads are not proper, garbage is all over, and your underground drainage is not working, bus facility is not good, education system has gone haywire, and you don't have proper internet. So many complaints we have. But the thing is, to run a system, it is equally tough. It is very easy to complain. But as a system, for example, a house is a system. Where 4 to 5 members will be there, or let's say 8 to 10 members will be there. But can we do all the jobs of our house at the right time, with the same efficiency, with the same intensity, without any kind of without any kind of hindrance, or without any kind of obstruction? No. When we can't manage the system of 4 or 5 people or 8 or 10 people, then definitely think of a system where 130 crore people are there. So it is very difficult. In that, there are people who know what exactly is, the government. From government, they are completely detached. Government doesn't think that they belong to those people. These people don't think that, they belong to the government, but it is not so. So the administrative role that in the society, you are going to get education for a person who is illiterate, or for the son or daughter of an illiterate person, you are going to provide the education. For the hungry people, you are going to provide the food. And for the people who don't have skills, you are going to provide the skills. For the people who don't have jobs, you are going to provide the jobs. Again, it is not out of your pocket expenditure. It is definitely out of the exchequer of the government. But you have been given that power to transform the society. So when you see the smiles on those faces, who are, hungry, who are illiterate, who are seeking job, who don't have skill, definitely you will feel on that day that your purpose of life is served. Next point, it is about one thought, that is clearing through this exam is considered to be the toughest task in the world. Yeah, I agree upon that. But I would like to advise that you take any random question paper of civil service examination, maybe it is prelims or mains. Just go through that one and you just try to, make some answer out of that one. Everybody can answer those questions. Because they are generic questions. Generic questions in the sense, they are the questions which are drawn out of what we see in the society on daily basis. Only thing, we have to go in depth. And I don't say that this is mother of all examination, or this is the toughest exam in the world by the nature of the examination or by the toughness of the question paper. I do consider this exam as a tougher examination because of the competition that we have. Every year, 11 to 12 lakh people apply, and at the end of that journey, we have nearly 800 seats every year. Those seats vary from 800 to 1,200, but we have around let's say 800 seats last year and this year. So every year this cycle is going to run. So from the application level, that is 12 lakh to 800. So somewhere the conversion rate is less than 0.01%. Conversion rate is less than 0.01%. So this competition is making this, like exam tougher. But trust me, among those 12 lakh people, your competitors are only 1 lakh. Only 1 lakh. The people who have actually prepared for this examination, who can give you a real tough fight. So that is only 1 lakh. Okay. In the course of my session, I'll be telling you how many of them will be taken for the mains examination, how many of them will be taken for the interview, that I'm going to tell later. And the last point, this exam requires 3 important things. One is aptitude. Yeah, aptitude is a very diverse topic. It is not just about your quantitative aptitude, how good you are with the numbers. Aptitude is problem solving skill that one possesses. Second is attitude. Attitude is not about, having a good outfit and showing your anger or showing your happiness or nothing like that. So attitude is nothing but your response to a situation or to a person. Your response. How do you respond to others? How do you respond to the situations? How do you respond to different aspects of life? So that is called as attitude. And finally, very important fact or very important feature that a civil servant should have is the emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is about knowing your emotions, knowing other emotions, and managing your own emotions, and using your emotions and others' emotions to get the better things done. Again, as part of things, going to the next step, work profile of a civil servant. Like how a civil servant work. Every day you go, hundreds of people are waiting for you. So you are basically an interface. You are an interface between the public and the government, or let's say, since we have political representatives, so you have to manage the public and the political appointment at the same time. So you are acting as a very critical interface between the public and the government. Next, it is about the interface between government and business. So now the governance is not just one way of delivering services to the public. It is also about involving all aspects of our governance. So maybe it is civil society, maybe it is different organizations, social organizations, what we have. Along with that, we have to manage the relation between the government and business also, because government doesn't have those many resources which it can cater to the betterment of the society. Definitely it has to take the help of the other sectors like business and other sectors like civil society organizations. Then it is about the developmental role. When it comes to the definition of development, development is very dynamic. It is not about how many buildings we have built, how many kilometers of roads we have, laid, or how many, digital connectivities that we have, how many mobiles we have. It is not about to do. It is not about doing anything with that one. So development, when it comes to this word development, it is the social development. Social development in the sense how a person has grown in terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of skill, and in terms of employability. So that is what is checked. And a civil servant is going to develop that thing, because that person is going to act as a key person in providing health, education, skill, and the employability to the citizens. Then it is an inspiration. You might be knowing already many IAS officers and IPS officers have become a public figure. They are revered more than what the politicians or what the film actors or even the sports persons possess. But again, it is up to the modern technology or maintaining your own public relation. This thing, all that thing is different. But you are an inspiration, because you are an inspiration to all the school kids in your district. You are the inspiration for many college going students. You are an inspiration for many poor, you are an inspiration for many illiterates, you are an inspiration for the farmers. So basically, you come with a package. When you clear this examination, it is not just about the opportunity that you get. It is not just the, like the resources that you get to work. It is not just the designation that you get to work. It is also about the love of the people, because you are going to inspire, because lakhs of people will be looking up to you to become like you or to make their kids like you. So finally, you are an inspiration. You are not less than any celebrity when you clear this examination. Then, why civil services we have to take? I have told you many aspects of this, but just to brief about this, like to be change you want to see, or always we want change, but we don't want to change ourselves. We want change in the system, we want change in the government, but we don't want to change ourselves. But here, you have to be that change. You have to be that change means, like many people are averse to this government setup, or like this position where you are working for the government, because you feel that government is corrupt, you feel that system is not right. But who has made the system? Who has made the government? We are the people. We are the people who have made this government, and this government is for us. So when we don't become the part of this government or this system, then how we are going to see that change? So you first step that you are going to take, if you take the civil service examination, that first step is then, because you are that change you want to see in the society. Next thing, part of the system. So whenever you are trying to, uh, think that there should be change in the system, there should be change in the system. Being an outsider, you can't do the change. You have to get into the system. So in some film I have heard, अगर system को बदलना है तो system में enter करना है. So that is what we have to believe in. So basically, like the whatever the system is there, like we have made that system, and if you want to change, definitely we have to get into that system. The next thing is to be part of policy framing. You don't know how you are going to matter for lakhs of people. For example, you are put in education department. Let's say now a national education policy is being implemented, new educational policy that is being implemented. And definitely, the civil servants are the writers of this policy. They have drafted this policy, and it is not that somebody has drafted and you are going to implement. When you are in the civil services, let's say you are in education department, your views are taken, and you are part of that policy framing. As one person, I can do all the work in my capacity for 24 hours, but I don't have more power, or I don't have more time. But as a civil servant, when you frame a policy beyond your ability, beyond your personal ability, you are going to change the system, or you are going to bring new things in the system which are very long lasting. Because for example, this new education policy that we have, it has the goals up to 2050. Maybe you get retired by 2050, but your works are being seen. You can draw that inspiration that even I was part of this national or the new education policy. So that is the level of satisfaction you are going to draw. Then, to empower the unprivileged, I have told you, being a knowledgeable person, being a skilled person, being an intelligent person, being affordable, or being affordable in the sense like when I can spend for myself. So we have other responsibilities also, because if you take the whole world, you can divide that whole world into two. One is haves and one is have-nots. Haves are the people who can think for themselves, who have gained the skills over time, who have some disposable income because they can spend on themselves. And the third thing, they have knowledge. But if you take the other half, have-nots, they don't have knowledge, they don't have income, they don't have awareness. So many things are there, and for that, so many factors are there. So when we are in the house, definitely when you are sitting in your like comfortable classes on your seats, and when you are like provided the shelter to like take care of yourself from sun, rain, and the winter, and when you are wearing good clothes, and when you commute by the vehicles which run on petrol or diesel, definitely you can consider yourself as haves. So being haves, being human, being intelligent, being responsible, we have certain roles to play in the society, that is to empower the underprivileged. So maybe a poor person, maybe an unhealthy person, or maybe an unaware person. So we have to make them empowered, and this civil service is going to provide you all that thing, like which can empower the society. And there are many divides in the society. Divides in the sense there is a gender gap, like there is a patriarchal mindset, and there is a divide in the society on the basis of caste, and on the basis of class, and on the basis of digital empowerment. There are so many divides in the society. You are going to fill that gap in the future as a civil servant. Coming to the other aspects of what we have to know today, like this is just an like analogy that I want to draw between a government servant and like any IT professional and any HR. So you can become an IT professional as soon as you finish your degree. If you do MBA or not, you can become HR. Like that is the like the position that I can think of to like compare different professions. Then a civil servant, you can just look at your own, like how you are going to make difference or how empowering this will be. When you are an IT employee, like your jurisdiction will be your team or unit, team of 8, 10, 20, 30, maximum 50. And HR may be a branch. You are controlling a branch where 100, 200 people are there. But when you become a civil servant, like the whole district is under your control initially. When you go to the level of like secretary, the whole state will come under your control. When you become chief secretary, you are the head of the like your wing or head of the administration in your state, that is chief secretary. But when you become cabinet secretary is the senior most IAS officer in the country, and he holds the whole country, or like here his administration impact is all over the country. Coming to the other aspects, the number of subordinates that you will be having under you, you can just see for yourself. Then the public interface, you have direct interface between the like public and the different part of the government. So every day when you go to office, many people are waiting for you. But when it comes to the other like public interfaces in different jobs, like that is limited. And definitely the salary wise also it is not less paying. Entry level salary will be 60,000. By the time you retire, it will be 2,25,000 per annum. And this is barring the perks and the other amenities that you get. Maybe it is in terms of a lavish bungalow or like lavish car. Like for that, like you will have many appointments in the sense like you will be having many like persons to assist you in many aspects. So those are the things that you are going to see. So basically other perks, job security, all that thing is self-explanatory. You can just go through that one. Then next question, after knowing like what exactly is this services, why we have to go, what we have to do, all that thing, motivational part, everything is over. But now coming to the reality, coming to the practicality, can I do it? So that is the main question that arises in anyone's mind. Yes, I can say that anybody can do it, or this is simply ABCD. ABCD, anybody can do it. Because in the last 10 to 12 years of my experience, I have seen the people without considering their background, without considering their education, without considering from where they come, how they come, barring all these things, they have cleared the examination. The disability has not been a factor. Poverty has not been a factor. Not studying in a good college has not been a factor. Sheer hard work and like sheer commitment for this examination have made those people to see their names in the final list. So anybody can do it. Just shed this thing that is, like only being intelligent, only being, like a student of a good college, only being from a upper class, I can do it. No, anybody in the country can do this examination. Just you have to qualify on the age criteria, that is you have to be 21 plus and you have to be before 32 if you are GM, 35 if you are OBC, and 37 if you belong to the other categories. So anybody can do it. And here your schooling doesn't matter, which school you have studied doesn't matter. What you have done, you are topper of the university, you are topper of the school, you are topper of the college, that doesn't matter. It is just about like what you do in the preparation. That's it. Then with respect to background, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like your family must be having a very, like bad social background or even the criminal background. All those things are not going to matter here at all, because we concentrate on the examination rather than attaching it to the family or to the background. And only what matters here is 1 year dedicated preparation. 1 year dedicated preparation. Like if at all you want to do it, you have to do it soon after the college. Soon after the college, because you'll be fresh, you'll be having so many like skills at your disposal, and you will be having that killing instinct at this age. But when it comes to 4 5 years later, for example, me, I took the examination at the age of 26. Though I did well, yeah, I was competitive, but somewhere I feel that if I had taken this examination at the age of 21 or 22, soon after the college, I would say I would have been an officer by now. But again, it depends upon so many factors. I didn't know about the examination. So that is why me and Sanjay are, like doing this one. That is, we are trying to make you aware of this examination, and we are catching you young in the sense, soon after the college, you should be taking up this examination and writing. So 1 year dedicated study, that is enough. Then misconception about the examination, I will go through quickly because I have 20 minutes. I need to be a topper of college and school. No way. Even by clearing the exam, 10th examination and 12th examination, or your degree examination by 35%, you are eligible for this examination. Okay, just you need to have a degree certificate. Even a distant degree certificate is enough for this examination. Then I have to study 12 to 14 hours. It depends upon your caliber. Just in a play, you can read and clear the examination. Or sometimes if you give 15 to 20 hours, like you will not be able to clear the examination. That is up to your caliber and what exactly is shaping you. It is not just about, like self-study. It is not just about coaching. You have to, like turn all the stones that come your way. That means to clear this examination, whatever that has to be done, so many things are there, so many ways of doing it are there. So when we come into a direct, like interface, definitely I'm going to tell you those things. And the other things, everything under the sun can be asked in it. Yeah, basically people say that the syllabus for this examination is anything under the sun. But again, anything under the sun, like that includes everything. But in my experience, what I can say is all whatever that is there under the sun, that can be held into few books. So at the end of the this thing, it is about 10 to 12 books that we need to study. 10 to 12 books. So we can hold whole syllabus in 10 to 12 books. And I have to go to Delhi for civil services. That is purely an individualistic decision, because in Bangalore also, like we have, like good institutions like what we have today. Again, there was a time, during our time, 2010, 11, 12 times, like we had been to Delhi because we didn't find any good institution in Bangalore. But because of the weather factor, because of the competitiveness, because of the infrastructure, and because of so many factors that we have, even in Bangalore, we have good institutions now. Then is coaching must? Again, it is an individualistic. As a co-founder of this institution, I don't like persuade you to take coaching in my institution. It is up to you, but you have to get guided properly. It is not about choosing the institution. It is not about like doing self-study or coaching. It is about knowing about the examination. It is knowing about yourself, whether you can do it or not. There are many ways to do it. And the final misconception is there is too much corruption. I can write it for you. I can write it for you. This examination, that is civil services examination, is crystal clear process. Crystal clear process. I have seen many poor people getting into this, services or clearing this examination. For the best example, if there was corruption for today or on this day, like my wife couldn't have been an officer. So that is as simple as possible. Okay, so I can say that the whole country is still living. Whole country is still living because this selection for UPSC examination or this selection for civil services is not corrupt. Is not corrupt. That much I can assure. In the future, if something happens, probably I'll stop teaching for the civil service examination because I believe in this examination. That is why I have taken my career for career in teaching for this examination. Then, with respect to how to go about it, so from now you have to note few points. Syllabus is irreplaceable. So you have to go for the notification of this examination, that is Civil Services Exam Notification 2021, Civil Services Examination Notification 2021. So that will be available in UPSC website, that is Union Public Service Commission, that is upsc.gov.in, upsc.gov.in. So you have to download that one and you have to see the syllabus. And whatever that we have learned in school, probably we forget now, but that is very important. Whatever that we learn in social science from 6th to 12th standard, that becomes very important. Definitely, even some parts of science also important, but as you are science students, because you have taken science up to 12th standard, and after that also you are continuing your career in some of the professional studies, which is based on science, you don't have to struggle too much for the science. But when it comes to the social science, you have to read 6th to 12th textbooks, especially NCERT textbooks, or for that matter, even state textbooks or the ICSE textbooks. And textbooks are primary. You don't have to depend upon video, audio, or somebody else's notes. Textbooks are primary. Along with the school books or the college books, we have certain reference books like that you need to study. I have told you 6 to 12 social science books plus some of the reference books, 10 to 12 reference books. Then newspaper reading should be a habit. From now, try to prescribe a newspaper, preferably The Hindu. The Hindu. It is available on app also, but that is a paid app. Again, like that newspaper is just like a syllabus for our examination. Whatever the articles that we get there, again, that is very important. But again, how to select an article, how to read, how to make notes, what exactly we have to extract from that particular newspaper, again, that we are going to tell it in the next thing, or when you approach us for this particular journey. Then, with respect to the syllabus, in engineering, I know how do we do it. Under VTU, we have the syllabus for 160 marks. We, get 8 questions of 20 marks each, and we prepare for 80 marks just by studying 4 questions. And in that, we try to attend 60 to 80, and finally we get 40 to 50 or 60 marks, and we clear our examination and we get selected. There we settle with the life. But here, we have to study whatever that is there in the syllabus indiscriminately. Every chapter, every topic, every subtopic is important for us here. So that is a change in the gear that you have to do. Then handheld guidance. So whether you go for coaching or you do self-study, it is all about the handheld guidance. There has to be a person who has been enough experience in this field since a few years, so that person can guide you better. So you have to find such a person. For that matter, that person can be me or my institution, whatever the way. But again, it is an individualistic decision of yours, but you have to have a handheld guidance. Okay. Then learning from others' mistakes, because you don't have enough time to make your own mistakes and learn from it. What you have to do is you have to learn from others' mistakes. So you have to read a lot of blogs, or just you have to come to us asking what exactly we have to do. So then we will tell all the mistakes that we had committed in our preparation. Probably that is going to help you to avoid those mistakes and to take only good steps. So before knowing what to read, you should know what not to read. So like that, there are many things that has to be elaborately dealt. Then timeline of the examination, I'm just going to brief you as I had mentioned earlier. So graduation is must. You should be of age 21 when you are applying for the examination in that year. Like whenever you are applying for the examination in that year, August 2nd, like you should be 21 years old. Then preparation time, as I have told, we need nearly 1 year preparation, 1 year preparation for this examination. And preliminary examination will be held in the month of May or June, and mains examination is held in the month of September and October, and the personality test or the interview is held in the month of February or March every year, and the final result is going to come in the month of April or May. So if you take from here to here, so it is 1 year cycle, 1 year of preparation and 1 year cycle. So totally 2 years you are going to spend. And when it comes to success rate, as I told, in prelims, 12 lakh people write, but I have told you only 1 lakh of them are more competitive. And the other calculations will start from the end. Finally, we have, let's say, 800 seats. 800 seats. How many of them will be called for the interview process? Like it is basically 2.5 times of the final selection. 2.5 times of the final selection. For example, there are 800 seats. There are 800 seats. Then here 2,000 people will be called for the interview. So those 2,000 people will be selected out of these many people. Around 10,000 people will be writing the mains examination. So 12 lakh people will be applying. 10,000 people will be writing mains, but I have told you your competitors are only 1 lakh people. Again, if you consider those competitors as 1 lakh, here 10,000, so the success rate is 10%. Then from there, it is about 20%. 20%. If 10,000 of them are writing the mains, then 2,000 will be called for the interview. Final selection will be 800. This is how it goes. And as I told earlier, preliminary exam will be containing 2 papers. One is GS. This GS paper, like it includes everything: history, geography, polity, economy, then science, environment, everything, current affairs, everything it will be having. And CSAT, this is nothing but civil services aptitude test. It will be for 200 marks. Even GS is for 200 marks. CSAT is for 200 marks. 80 questions will come, 2.5 marks each. And you have to get only 66 because this is a qualifying paper. Qualifying paper in the sense, the marks that you are going to get above 66 are not going to be counted here. And when it comes to general studies, like your cutoff will be decided upon this paper because this is qualifying paper. So out of 200, that is 100 questions of 2 marks each. So they'll be asked. So somewhere every year, if you look at the this one, I mean the cutoff, somewhere the cutoff will be from 90 to 110, 90 to 110. So this exam is of only like 60%. If you are sure enough to get 60% of the marks here, then your job is done. Then mains examination, there will be 9 papers, and all are descriptive. You have to write like there will be 1 question paper for 3 hours where you have to write for 250 marks. So essay, 250 marks, 2 essays will be asked in 1 paper. So 250 marks, 3 hours. Then GS 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 papers. Again, 250 into 4. Then optional. You have to choose 1 optional out of your syllabus, out of your notification, whatever that I have mentioned earlier. In that, syllabus will be given. In those, like there will be 1 optional. Along with the GS paper, what do we study? Whatever that you have studied for GS in the preliminary, that you are going to repeat in the mains examination also. But along with that, you are going to study optional. Here CSAT is extra, here optional and essay are extra. That is what we are going to study. But this optional is only one, but there will be 2 papers in that optional. And that optional can be anything. Since you are an engineering graduate, you can take any art subject also. Art students can take any other technical subjects also. So there is no bar on that one. So 1 optional, 2 papers. And English and regional language paper, they are qualifying. You have to just take 30% of the marks in these papers. And finally, personality test. So here, 200 marks, totally 7 papers, counting 1750 marks. And finally, interview will be for 275 marks. So 1750 marks plus 275 marks. So totally for 2025 marks, your merit will be drawn. So out of 2025, if you get 1000 marks, no one is going to stop you from the success. So out of 2025, if you score 1000, then your rank is ensured. So again, this stage of the examination or this stage of the examination, it is about 50% of the marks. If you take the 50% of the marks in these stages, like you are through. Then, as I told earlier, general studies, like it will be having everything: history, economy, environment, polity, science, and geography, everything. Just like your recruitment examination, logical reasoning, then the quantitative aptitude, English, and the data interpretation. So these are what you have studied in your recruitment examination. So when it comes to mains examination, as I told, again, there are 4 papers in GS, 4 papers in GS. Again, whatever that we have studied in GS, they are going to come as a part. Here only the history, geography, and society part will be checked. Here, polity and governance part will be checked. And here, science, economy, and environment will be checked here. And finally, the very important paper that we have, that is ethics. So this is similar to the paper what you have in your degree examination or in your engineering examination, that is constitutional, that is like ethics. So the ethics paper, that is what is going to repeat, or this is a very beautiful subject, and again it is a very interesting, because here you are going to tell what person you are or your own personality. And as I told earlier, there will be one essay paper also for 250 marks, and optional, out of one optional there will be 2 papers for 250 marks each. Then finally the regional language and English, that you have to qualify by scoring only 30% of the marks. Okay, again, many dilemma will be there in your head, like many people must have told you about, like preparing for KS, but I will tell you, when you are preparing for this examination, all other examinations in the world will become easier. So better to aim for the higher, and try harder for that one. And Bangalore and Delhi, this question I have addressed. Like whatever the place you go, you have to choose the best institution, looking at the faculty, what they are, whether they'll be able to guide you better or not. It is not just about big buildings, it is not just about their posters, it is not just about their advertisements, or it is not about the ranks that they claim. It is about the faculty, what they have and what they can deliver. Books or notes, definitely books. When you have finished your books, when you have made your notes, then you can depend upon audio and video. But until then, only books. Then self-study or coaching, it is an individualistic decision. And finally, along with the job, yes, many people are there. For example, the person who has got 385 rank in the previous examination, Mr. Sagar Wadi from our institution, like he had, studied in NITK Suratkal, and he had prepared on his own. He has prepared on his own, and he has just come for the interview guidance to our institution, and like he has cleared the examination without any kind of this one. But there are many examples where like people need to understand this examination because they feel that their caliber is not so high, so that is why they depend upon the institution. So it is up to you whether to go along with the job or without a job. Whether if you want to quit a job, like that is not an option. It is better to not go for job in the first year, finish off this examination, understand this examination, then whatever the options that you have, you can go for maybe higher studies, maybe for job, that you can go if you make mind to take this examination. Will it help other examination? Definitely. This examination preparation is going to help all other examination. Which optional to choose? This is only secondary. Understand this particular process, then you can ask me this question. For this, I hope I have my own criteria that I'll be able to share to you. Then at the end of this journey, whether you get selected or don't, like there are many byproducts. What I am possessing right now as a main product. I tried for this examination, I didn't clear, but I don't have a remorse in life. I'm as happy as an officer. I am, like, feel more content as an officer feels, because I have tried to accumulate these things over the period of years. That is power of knowledge, that you'll understand only when you have gathered the knowledge, because whatever that you speak, that makes sense, and people, like, respect that one. Balanced opinion. Nowadays we make many, like, the what opinions, like on caste, on religion, on women, on some other part of the society. But when you study for this examination, you will come as a package, and you will be very balanced in your opinion. You will not make many, you will not make any mistake to, like, judge the society, or to make opinion about the society and insight into system and life. This is, like, more rewarding, because the subjects that we are going to study for this examination, they are multidisciplinary, and, like, we are going to see the society from many angles. So while you understand about the society and system, you are going to get the inside of life. You will try to address that question, what is life. Then interdisciplinary thinking. So whenever you come across any problem or any issue, you are going to deal with many dimensions, because you are going to think holistically about that, this thing, not just narrowly. And finally, sense of integrity. Integrity is what you do, what you speak, and what you think. All of them are in sync. So kaya, vacha, manasa, what we say. So basically, you will get that sense of integrity when you finish off this particular preparation. Being an IAS, being an IPS, it is just, like, the matter of time, and, like, matter of achievement. But whatever that you are going to accumulate in your personality will make you more purposeful in your life, and whatever that you touch after the preparation, that will turn into gold. And basically, in our institution, like, we guide you for everything, like end to end services. As a fresher you come, and as an officer you will go out. But for that, we have, like, many commitments. We need commitment from your side, we need time from your side, and we need hard work. And we are, like, more hardworking than anybody else. We are going to work more harder than you people, because we have to make your preparation easier. That is what is our aim. Here we have our own, like, initiatives that we have. For example, our website, manifestias.com, www.manifestias.com. We have all the details about our services. Portal.manifestias.com. We have details about our courses. Then we have one prelims portal meant for only preliminary examination, and we have our own current affairs website. Like, it is just like the newspaper bulletin. Like, we have Journals of India, that is our own creation. Then we have our own YouTube channel in the name of Manifest IAS, then Telegram channel in the name of Manifest IAS, and Facebook page in the name of Manifest IAS. So you can log into them, you can subscribe to them, so that you are in sync with the preparation. And you can take our institution number. You can take our institution number, that is 9964432222. Definitely you can call us for anything that is related to your preparation, or you can take my personal number from my friend Sanjay, and he will be able to provide that. Okay. And never bother to ask any doubt, or never hesitate to, like, trouble me at any point of time, because your dream will be our dream at the end of the day. Sanjay, I will hand over to you. You can ask questions.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mrutyunjay. Students, if you have any question, it's over to you. Quickly, we can take 2, 3 questions. Otherwise, if you have some other questions, you can personally meet me. I'll take it forward to Mrutyunjay. But right now, we are expecting at least a couple of questions. Students, if you are not able to speak, you can just put it in the chat box. I'll just read it out. Students, um, I think if there is no question, I'll just proceed ahead. Mrutyunjay, yeah, there is one question from Rakesh Patil. Am I audible, Muthu? Mrutyunjay? Mrutyunjay, there is a question from Rakesh Patil. How we make presentation along with preparation along with college? How to balance both study at college as well as IAS preparation? That is a question. Over to you,
I
Mrutyunjay.
got your question, Sanjay. See, if you are in the final year, definitely you will get around 4 hours a day. And if you are in the pre-final year, definitely you will get around 2 to 3 hours a day. Or for that matter, any year. Like definitely we are going to get 2 to 3 hours per day, like without any trouble. So in that thing, you can start with your basic things, that is preparation of the school books, NCRT or state level or ICSE books that you have, and you have to go chapter by chapter, book by book. So you should be able to finish off 6 to 12 books within a year, or like if you are in the final year, maybe in 6 months. And newspaper reading, that has to become a habit that you have to start cultivating from right now. And if you have like any other like doubt with respect to how to like start with all these things, we have our own bridge course for the people who are in final year and pre-final year. And actually that course will be helping you to build the base for this examination. So for that, anyways, I'll be sending some communication to Sanjay. So you can take that course, which is like not so costly, like it is very much affordable. You can take that course and you can start your preparation no matter in which year you are. And when you finish off these basic books, then we have many advices for you, and that will be happening only in a staggered manner. I cannot like tell all the things that is possible right now, because even we want some work to happen from your end. When your first stage of preparation is over, then only I'll be able to help you with the second stage of the preparation.
Thank you, Mrutyunjay. Students, any other questions? Okay, Mrutyunjay, shortly, in a days to come, we wish our management, our principal sir, wish both of you come down to our campus and you can address large mob, maybe approximately 1200 students in an open air theater. But for the day, on behalf of management, principal sir, teaching staff of KLE College of Engineering and Technology, Chikkodi, students, there are many people, including your parents, who dream. They say that you have to become Sahib. You just become a DC. But there are very few people who guide you, who counsel you, and who act as your guru to achieve your dream. And Mrutyunjay is one among them. I wish him all the best. I wish his the entire team all the best. And I congratulate you for getting the greatest achievement this year. Keep doing it. All the best. Please come down to our campus in your time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, students. I
Sanjay,
think
this is a privilege that you have called me over to your campus, and any day I would be like loving to come to your institution, because that path of like coming to Chikkodi from Hukeri, like it is again, it will make me nostalgic. You call me any day, just depending upon my schedule and all, like we'll work out uh, 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 in the background, and we'll definitely come up with that date. And
yes.
thank you, and thank you very much for like giving me this opportunity to talk to many of them. Out of them, even if one is inspired and is ready to take this path, my purpose for the day will be served, and I'll be very grateful for the department and for the college also for giving this great opportunity to present myself to the students. Thank you very much.
It's pleasure. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you, students.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Yeah, bye. See you. Students, I'll circulate feedback maybe tomorrow. You can just fill in. Thank you very much. ಎಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದ್ರೆ ಆತಲ್ಲ ಆ OBS ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ಲಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.